In this video, I'm sharing a tutorial to show you how quickly and easily you can create a puzzle book to publish and sell on Amazon KDP. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I really do appreciate it. This is the second video in a series of videos I'm sharing about creating puzzle books. The last video I shared with you was all about a type of puzzle book that contains cryptograms. In that video, I go deep into the niche itself and how popular and how competitive or how not so competitive it is currently. We looked at the books currently selling in that niche, and we discovered the best-selling book in the niche makes around $880 per month alone. And then I shared the tool that I use to make these types of cryptogram puzzle books. Today, I want to go into depth on this tool and show you how to use it to create puzzle books in just a few quick and easy steps. These books are very difficult to make on your own, so having a tool like this really gives you an edge and an advantage because you are able to make much higher quality puzzle books in a lot less time. The tool I'm about to show you is offering extremely generous discounts between the 1st of December and the 4th of December 2023. So after I've shown you how this tool works, I'll give you all the pricing details, all the information about the discounts, and what extra features are available to you if you want them. Plus, I have some very special exclusive bonuses. You can't buy these products. The only way to get them is by purchasing the Cryptogram Puzzles Generator between the 1st of December and the 4th of December, and use my link down in the description box below. And if you do, I will give you a keyword list specific to the puzzle and cryptogram niche to use in your KDP listings and your Amazon ads. You'll get a set of A+ content templates to create really beautiful, eye-catching A+ content to showcase your book. And you'll also get an Amazon ads ebook that gives you the ins and outs of using Amazon ads and how to use them to boost your book sales. So if you do purchase the tool during those dates I've mentioned, I will automatically send you those bonuses on the 30th of December 2023. So let's get straight into it. Step 1, the content for the cryptograms. Cryptograms are a code style of puzzle where the person doing the puzzle needs to figure out what the phrase or the sentence is using a bunch of jumbled letters or symbols or icons. So basically, it's encrypted text and you have to figure out what it says. So the first step in creating your puzzle book is coming up with some phrases to use in your puzzles. You might have a certain theme for your book picked out, maybe movie quotes or Bible quotes or funny quotes, but you need to come up with a list of phrases to use. And there's a couple of ways to do this. One is by Googling the type of phrase that you are looking for. So for example, famous movie quotes, you would simply type into Google famous movie quotes and scroll through, and we have a whole list of famous movie quotes. And once you have the quotes that you want to use, you will basically just copy and paste that quote into a spreadsheet. And then you would do that for every quote that you want to use in your cryptogram puzzle book. Now, the other option for you is, if you are comfortable using AI to create your books, you could just pop a prompt into ChatGPT, for example, asking it to create a list of phrases or quotes. So we could ask ChatGPT to create a list of 50 famous movie quotes. And within a few seconds, you're going to have your list of phrases or quotes to use in your puzzle book. When you have your quotes and phrases, copy them using the copy link in whatever AI program you're using and paste them into your spreadsheet. Now, although it is very quick just to basically bulk copy and paste all them quotes and phrases from ChatGPT, you're still going to have to go through and clean up the spreadsheet a little bit. So one thing you're going to need to do is go through and remove each of the numbers before each of the quotes. You do not want those there. Now, the next thing that you will have to do is you're going to have to take the movie or the person who said the quote, take that, and you have to pop it into the column next to the quote and then delete it from the area where the phrase is. The other thing you may want to do is you might want to remove the inverted commas from around the quote. So this might take you a few minutes because this is how the spreadsheet is going to need to be set up. So once you've gone through and you've cleaned up all the quotes and phrases, you've removed the things that you need to do, we're going to put some headings on this spreadsheet. So the first heading is going to be quote. The second heading is going to be a hint. The third heading is going to be author. And the last heading is going to be temperature. Okay, for the sake of time in this tutorial, I've just done the first 20, just so that you've got an idea of how this works and how it's going to look when we make the puzzle book. So the next thing is author. If you want to put in the name of the person who said the quote, you're welcome to do that. I'm going to leave it blank. I'm only going to have the hint there. And then the temperature is a clue that will give the person who's solving the puzzle, it will give them one or more letters of the cryptogram to help them get started. And this also helps with providing different levels of difficulty with the puzzle. So you can set how many letters they're given to start with, or you can have no letters to start with. And so we could maybe start off with the first puzzles being easier and then get harder and harder. So let's say we might do difficulty level as 1, and then we might do 0.5 for a few puzzles, then we might do 0.2 for a few puzzles, and then we might make the last ones no clues whatsoever, so very difficult. And then we save this as a CSV, and we'll come back to this file later. So now we're done with step 1, we're on to step 2, create your puzzle book. So now we get to head over to the Cryptogram puzzles generator, and this is where we get to start creating our book. So I'm going to create a new project, create our collection, and the first thing we need to do is create the template of how we want these cryptograms to look. So I want to use the letters, but if you want to use icons, symbols, that sort of thing, you can use this one. So I'm going to use the letter-based one. You just do one click and that's it. It inserts it into the page, the puzzle into the page. Now you want to do all your formatting and everything like that now before you start adding your puzzles, because you just need to set this one template on the first page and that will replicate through the rest of the puzzle pages that you create. Now, before we make any adjustments, I'm going to just quickly let you know how this is laid out. So this up here is what they call the cipher. So this is the letters. This is where the person can write in what letters are associated with the encrypted message. The person doing the problem has to figure out what these letters actually are. So R might actually be A. And so if that's correct, they would then put A in every box that has an R. This here is how you can include a clue. So if you want to give them a letter or a few letters to start with to get them going. Now to adjust the formatting, we just right click on this one, open settings, and this is where you have all the options of how you want your page to be laid out, how many rows you want this to have, the font size, what type of font. So if we want to have a different font, there are hundreds of fonts in here that you can use, just something different to this one down here, then you can change the font. The stroke width is the border, the lines between each of the letters, so you can have that thicker if you want. Now we can head down here and do the same thing. We want to look at the settings and you can adjust the width of the puzzle, the character spacing, the padding, the font, things like that. There is a lot of formatting options that you can go through to really make your pages look unique as you want them to be. And then if we just scroll down a bit, you can see this is where the hint or the author is going to be. Now, if you're not having hints or authors, you just delete it. There's going to be 2 ways that you can create your puzzle pages, and this will really just depend on what version of the software you purchase. If you just have the entry-level version of the software, you will have to create your pages individually. So what that means is basically just taking your quote and putting it into each page. And the way to do that is by clicking this edit mapping icon in the corner. And this is going to give you the details of the puzzle on that particular page. So what you need to do is you're going to go to your spreadsheet that you created earlier, copy that, we take it over here and we paste it. We save, and it's added that quote in, and it has pushed the size of our box out. So I'm just going to update the width so that it wasn't off the page there. And what we can do is we can go back to our settings and we can just double check that the right quote is there. And so we can see that the quote is now there, and you can see what letters are actually associated with the actual correct words in the phrase. You'll want to come down here as well, and you'll want to copy your hint if you have one and paste it in here, and then that's the hint. So that's one way of doing it individually and manually, but there is a much quicker way to create the whole book in just a couple of clicks. We can actually bulk upload all of our quotes. So all we need to do is click this bulk clone button, and this is where we can upload our CSV that we just created. So I dragged and dropped that file in. It has initiated the clone feature using the CSV file, and we now should have 20 pages in literally 2 seconds. And we can just go through. Now, this is the template still, so we're going to delete the template because we don't need that anymore. And we'll just double check. Is this the Casablanca one? We can go into the settings and just show the solution. And there's our Casablanca quote. The next one should be the Star Wars quote, "May the Force be with you." So you can see how quick and easy that was by doing the bulk upload. Now, the bulk upload is one of those extra features, one of the upgraded versions of the tool that you can purchase. So I'll go through which one that is once we finished this tutorial. Now, the last thing you want to do once you've finished all your puzzles and you've done all your pages, you want to make sure you include the solutions at the end. And to do that, we just click the Show Solutions button. And when we scroll right to the very bottom, we can see that all the solutions have been listed there at the end. So once you've finished creating your book, we just need to download it. So we click the download button, and those are your options of the different file types that you can download. From here, once you've created your book, the next step would be to create your cover. And creating a cover is something that I always suggest you do not do unless you are a cover designer or graphic designer, because a cover is really just so important. It's the first thing that makes a customer click on your book. It needs to make your book stand out of all the other books on the search results page. So if you have a budget for it, I would suggest having your cover created for you, and you can get very affordable covers created on Fiverr. That can be done in just a couple of days. But basically, once you have your cover done, you then have your 2 files that you need to upload your book into your KDP account. And then we're on to step 3. Step 3 is publishing and promoting your book. Upload your book into your KDP account, and once it's approved, you'll be able to start running Amazon ads, or you can promote it on your social media accounts or to your email list if you have any of those things. If not, Amazon ads are going to be your best bet to get the ball rolling on getting your book selling. So now that is the 3 very quick and easy steps in creating this Cryptogram puzzle book. So now I do want to go through the pricing of this tool if you're interested in getting it, and all the different features and upgrades that are available. So basically what happens is you click my link down in the description box below and you purchase the Cryptogram Worksheets generator, the base level version of the software. And as part of that entry level version of the software, you can create Cryptogram puzzle books very easily. You can create cryptograms that use letters, numbers, it has punctuation. You can provide the hints and the clues. There was all those formatting options that we had a look at. You can also adjust difficulty levels, and you can use the page clone feature to easily and quickly clone pages. That is not all the features. There are way too many to list that you get as part of the entry level version of the software, which all the features are going to be listed on the website once you've clicked the link down in the description box below. Those are just some of the main ones that I think are really important and that most people are going to be interested in. But there are way more features than the few that I just went through. And the entry level version of the software at the heavily discounted price is $47. And that price is only until the end of the 4th of December. Then from there, if you do want some extra features, you can purchase the pro version of the software, which means you can download as a PowerPoint. You have unlimited downloads per month, so you can create as many pages and as many books as you want per month. Now, this is where you also get that bulk clone option. So if you do want to be able to just have a spreadsheet and one click upload every single cryptogram puzzle in one go, you need the pro version, and I think it is totally worth it. I think the amount of time that you're going to save by being able to bulk upload your puzzles rather than sitting there and manually copying, pasting every single puzzle or every single quote into the software, it's just going to save you so much time. Pro is definitely worth it for that bulk upload option alone. So the pro version of the software, the discounted price is $67. The next version of the software that you can upgrade to if you're interested is the premium version. Now, what the premium version gives you access to is something called flow layout. Now, this is if you're going to be creating puzzle books for the really serious problem solvers, the hardcore puzzlers who just want their pages filled with puzzles. So they don't want all the fluff, they don't want all the place to have the clues and stuff. They basically just want that puzzle, and they want as many puzzles as can be fitted onto the page. So what the flow layout allows you to do is have multiple puzzles per page. So it gives these hardcore puzzlers what they want, just heaps and heaps of puzzles, and it also helps you create a book where you don't need to have as many pages, or you can have more puzzles and you can still have your hints and your clues. They're placed at the end of the book so that if the puzzler wants the clue, then they have to go look for it, because these hardcore puzzlers, they don't really want the hints and the clues unless they really need it. So they go at the end of the book. And so that's in the premium version. There are more features as part of the premium version, but I think that's probably the most important one that you might be interested in. And so for the premium version of the software, the discounted price is $97. Then we have one last version that you can purchase if you're interested in even more features, and that's the Elite version. So the Elite version is going to give you 500 illustrations and 500 icons that you can use inside of this Cryptogram puzzle generator that you can use on your pages and within your books. There's also 50 borders that you can use on your pages too. So if you do not want to be out finding your own images, you can purchase the Elite version and you will be given images to use within your book. So the Elite version at the discounted price is $67. So what I am going to do now is just go through what the prices are going to be after. Once the discounts have ended, the discounts are going to end at the end of the 4th of December 2023. So after that, from the 5th of December, this is what the pricing will be. So the entry-level version of the software, which the discounted price is $47, that is going to go up to $97. The Pro version of the software, which the discounted price currently is $67, that is going to go up to $97. The premium version of the software is currently $97, which is the discounted price. That's going to go up to $147. And the Elite version, which is the discounted price of $67, that is going to go up to $97. So if this is the kind of tool that you want, and it is something that you have the budget for, I would definitely say get it during the end of the 4th of December, because it's the best price that you're going to get. Now, one thing I do want to quickly add in here is that this is not a new software. This is actually an updated version of a tool that was part of something called Word Puzzles Generator. If you're somebody who has purchased Word Puzzles Generator and you have access to the old Cryptogram puzzle, you will automatically get the entry-level version of this software. You should have already received an email telling you that you can get the entry-level version of the software and how to get it. If you have not, please email the support team at CloudOrca Apps and they will fix that up for you. If you are someone who has been grandfathered in to this new version of the tool and you do end up purchasing any of those upgraded versions of the software, you will get access to those bonuses that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So you will automatically get sent those bonuses as well if you upgrade from the entry-level version of the software. So I hope this video has given you a good understanding of this tool, the Cryptogram Puzzles Generator, and how to use it to create these really fun, interesting puzzle books in a niche that has some really dedicated and loyal customers in. It's not the biggest niche out there. It's not the most competitive niche out there. But as we saw in the last video that I shared, there's some books in there that are just making really nice monthly incomes from these Cryptogram puzzle books. If you do have any questions about the tool, about the pricing, or anything like that, please pop comments down below the video and I will do my best to answer them before the end of the launch, before the end of the discounts. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.